Saket, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
And I forwarded the link software like a SQL server, and I given some the tables like salesman and customer and orders and with the data to practice. Check the mail. So after the session, okay, Saket. And yesterday recorded session, did you receive, Saket?
Actually, I can watch it in online, sir. Like it's already in the YouTube.
The session, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And
Because
yesterday,
Raju sir already told me every class will be it's in the YouTube. You can watch it if you want any questions around SQL or Power BI.
okay, they are uploading in the YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So measure is suitable for only the numeric values. Yesterday I told you, right? And we calculated and we practiced with the calculate function. The calculate is also one of the DAX function. The calculate is also one of the DAX functions. So how can I calculate the function is here? See, here I'm taking the tables here. I'm loading the data, the small scale data here I'm loading. So it is easy to practice and changes the data also. Prepare the data. So when we are loading the data from multiple sources or more than one table, then model will be created by the system itself. In that model, so will be defined by the system itself. It is one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many. If I'm taking the EMP table and DEP table for both tables here, we do have the common column. Using the common column here, it will be generating the one-to-one relationship and one-to-many. So here I'm selecting the DEPT table and EMP table. Then click on the load. So based on the data, it will take a while to load the data. Once we load the data, then table will be appeared here. EMP table, DEP table. We can check the data in the data view for EMP table and DEP table. And we can check the model view also. Here model view. As I said, the relation will be generating by the system itself. The DEP is the parent table, EMP is the child table. In one department here, I can have the n number of employees. When we double click on the relationship, then it's showing the relationship, it is one-to-one or one-to-many. It is many to one cardinality. Then coming to the report view. So here for this table, here I'm going to add the new column or new measure. New column or the new measure. So here I'm taking the new column here. New column or new measure. So here I'm applying the sum function, calculate and sum function here. So here I'm taking the column name is, I'm customizing the column name like total sales. Then I'm using the function called calculate function. And in place of the expression, here I'm taking the sum of the EMP salary. Sum of EMP salary. Then close the sum function and calculate function. We are getting the sum of salary for all the employees here. Like 29,000 something it will be shown. Or for each employee. For each employee we are getting row by row. So if I'm not writing the calculate function, here, then it's showing the total salary of all the employees here. 29,025. So what is the difference between the calculate with sum and only the sum is? This only the sum function, it's calculating for all the data. The calculate function row by row. Calculate function row by row. Like this here, we can take the n number of columns or n number of measures. N number of measures here we can take. Here I'm taking one more measure to practice the rank function. So here I'm taking one more measure to practice the another DAX function that is called the rank. So here I'm giving the rank to the rank function is equivalent to rank x. Rank x is the function. Rank x is the function. So here I'm using table name. The table is EMP table. Here I'm taking the table is EMP table. The table is the EMP table, comma expression. In place of the expression here I'm taking the total sales. The table name is EMP table. Here I'm taking for rank function here. Comma expression the total sales, comma value. Here I'm skipping with this one, then descending order. Total sales is incorrect. Calculate function, sum of EMP salary. We got the sum of salary for each row. The calculate, then sum, then I'm selecting the EMP table, then close the sum function and close the calculate function, execute it. So I'm removing the ranking column here. Then total sales, we got it here. For total sales, total sales, the calculate function sum with EMP column salary. We got the result here. Then I'm going to take the one more measure, the one more column. So here I'm taking the ranking. Column name is ranking. And here I'm using the rank X function. Here I'm using the rank X function here. The table is here I'm taking the EMP table, comma, expression. So expression is here I'm taking EMP total sales, comma, then descending order here. The total sales value expression, it's not taking here. all EMP table, comma, total sales, comma, value, Saket, so you can try this rank function in your mission. The table is here. I'm taking the EMP. Here I'm taking the all function for all the data of the EMP table. Then in place of the expression, already we calculated the total sales here. That measure here I'm taking. Then comma, in place of the value, I'm skipping the value. Then descending order. The circular dependency was detected on the EMP total sales. So you can try this rank function of its own. Later on, we'll see. Okay. Now we are going to take the variables. Saket, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Try the rank function in your database. Yeah, so you do not have any database, right now to practice. Saket,
Yes, sir.
you do not have any database to practice, right?
Yes, sir.
So after loading the database, you can try the rank function in your mission. Okay, we'll see later. And so calculate function and calculate with all function is clear, right? So far, now we are going to define the variable. What is mean by variable? What is the use of the variable? Generally in any application program. In any application program here, we use the variables, right? What is mean by variable? What is mean by variable? Variable which holds some value. Variable which holds some value. A variable may take different values in throughout execution of the program. A variable which holds some value. Variables are used to store some value. A variable may take different values in throughout execution of the program. That variable, those kind of the variables, how can I create the variables here in the Power BI? That variables, it helps to developing the script. Script in the sense the scripting can be done with the control statements like if statements, nested if, and else if. So variables improves the performance of the queries, DAX queries. The variables improves the performance of the queries. It increases the readability and reachability. So what is the syntax here I'm following to make the variables is the var variable name. To declare the variables, we are starting with var space variable name is equivalent to value or expression, then return the value. So here I'm going to creating the measure with M salary. M salary is the variable name. M salary is the variable name. So where salary is equivalent to sum of EMP salary return value here I'm taking if condition in the return value. Here I'm using the if statement. If is blank, if the salary column having any blanks there itself, here I'm getting the 0. Otherwise, so we are having the salary value. We're having salary value. So here like this here we can prepare the scripts. Where should I write the script? In the sense, here only. Here I'm going to creating the new column. Here I'm going to creating the new column for EMP table. Here I'm going to creating the new column for EMP table. So measure name is here I'm taking the M salary. So to declare the variables, here I'm taking the var. Friends, here I'm taking the var salary. Here I'm defining the variable here, or you can copy and paste. Here I'm having the keyboard issue. Yes, I'm copying the script here. M salary, where salary is the variable name, M salary is the column name. That is measure, new measure. So here I'm applying the DAX function is sum and return the return value. So here I'm writing the if condition, control statement. If is blank function is giving the Boolean values. So it's checking whether column having the blank or empty value or value. Is blank salary. If the salary column having the blank or null, there itself here I'm going to have the 0. Otherwise, the salary value is showing. Just by pressing the enter key, here I'm executing the script. Total salary. That result of the script is showing in the table. The result of the script is showing in the table here. So like this here, we can prepare the scripts with the help of the if condition here. Suppose if I forgot to write the if condition in the return value, return and if condition, we forgot. Just we created the variable. So we will be getting there. The syntax to declare the variable is where variable name is equivalent to DAX function of the column name return if statement. The syntax is incorrect. So we should follow the syntax. Write the statement here. Return if condition here I'm writing. Then is blank is the function. In the if condition here I'm using the is blank function. It's checking whether column having the nulls or not. If there is any null value for salary column, in place of the null, 0 can be replaced. Otherwise, the salary value only displayed. Here we are getting the total salary of all the employees. Here I am getting the total salary of all the employees here. So like this here, I am going to define the n number of variables to developing the script. The variable declaration and if statement utilization is clear. Saket, in the script, these are also called as the Power BI scripts. The Power BI scripts in the sense that scripting includes the if statement and if, else if and nested if statements here. The same way here, I can write the switch case. Here. Selected value DAX function returns only one distinct value. In single occurrence, it also has one optional parameter. selected value DAX is equivalent to selected value is the function, then column name, then alternate result, then measure is, here I'm going to creating the measure, that measure name here I'm giving the my selection, then I'm going to write the script. So here I'm taking the variable is my selection variable is equivalent to the DAX function is selected value function, then selected value column name, return. So then in the return value, here I'm taking the switch case. So here as of now, we practice the if condition with each blank function or each error function. So like this here, I'm practicing the switch case. If the switch the value, then I'm executing the statements here. Switch true, comma, my selection is the variable name is equivalent to total salary. So like this here, we can write the n number of values in the switch case. You can take it as a practice example, like exercise. You can practice with the switch case statement. In the same way, take the table called product category table, dim product category table. Take the dim product category table in the Adventure Works database. Then create the new measure or new column. Then apply the calculate function with the selected value. The selected value is the function name, DAX function. The DAX functions are sum, average, count, min, max, like this here. Then filter functions. The filter functions, DAX functions is selected value, then column name, comma, column name, comma, product name. That is table name. So you can take the new columns, two columns, and divide is also one of the function. Divide is also one of the function. So you can check in your system after loading the database, selected value function and divide function, and switch case. So you can practice as a exercise. Okay, you can practice as a exercise. So here I given to calculate the percentage also. So load the tables like dim customer table, dim geography table. Take the table visual, and for table visual, so you can have the English country name. Here create the measure that is total sales amount, calculate function, and sum factor internet sales amount, comma, all dim geography country region code. One more measure you can take sales percentage. One more measure you can take sales percentage. So here table says dim customer table, dim geography table. So you can load the tables here. How to do the practice and exercise, that scenario end to end, here I'm showing. Loading the tables first. N number of tables we can load, and required tables only we can use. Still it is connecting to the database. Once we establish the connection to the database, SQL Server. Then it listing the databases.
When I'm connecting to SQL, sir, it shows like this one, unable to connect. So that's why I asked the to give the data to practice.
And such already you didn't uninstall the SQL Server in your computer, right?
I already installed, sir, the
Then
SQL
so
Server.
you can you can copy and paste the server name. So here, because previously we connected to load the EMP table and DEP table. Successfully we loaded the tables, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, now it's get connected. Check it once, Saket now.
Yeah, my server name is desktop
Yes,
IS.
yes, that's it. Copy and paste.
Okay, okay.
Copy and paste it and try with the connection. Check it once now itself. Then I'll forward only the AdventureWorks database. Dim customer, dim geography, dim product, the fact internal sales. Did you get a connection?
I'm connecting, sir.
Saket?
I'm connecting, sir.
Yes.
It shows encryption support.
I'll give the print option to you. So could you please share your screen? Encrypted option. Still you didn't get the connect to the SQL Server.
Yes, sir, it shows in the navigator.
Once connect to the management studio separately. Once you connect to the database in the management studio, open the management studio and connect to the database engine services.
In the navigator, it shows my server name, sir. But while I'm clicking the my desktop, like the server name, it didn't show anything.
That's what also connect to the SQL Server using the management studio. So as usually open the SQL Server and connect with the database engine services. So when the SQL Server, what I'm showing the options, just you can follow that one. So here I selected the get data from the server name. Server name you can copy and paste or you can type as usually. And here data connectivity mode is import mode. The data connectivity mode is import mode. Did you get this screen?
Yes, sir.
Then import mode only are connected, right?
Yes, sir.
Just give the server name and click on the OK button. That's it. Just give the server name here. My mission name is welcome. Then click on the OK button.
Yes, sir. I did.
Then databases is shown, the navigator. Just select the database directly. You got
Yes,
this
sir. While
navigator,
I'm
right?
Yeah, in the navigator, it shows, but it didn't show any kind of data over here, sir, for me.
That database is not listing, right? Database is not listing.
Yes, sir.
You're not getting any databases here.
But I already did that, like, which you gave me the practice one, but it didn't show over here.
And do one thing. So take the screenshot and is it possible to forward to me? Then I'll check.
So can I forward in WhatsApp?
You can drop a mail. So you can drop a mail. So take the screenshot and drop a mail.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now I'm taking the dim customer table, dim geography table, dim product category, factory internet sales, and here I prepared. Here I'm going to take the table visual, and for the table visual here I'm taking the English country name. Friends, so practice look like this here. First load the table. Then what are the steps here I'm taking? Take the table visual, default visual is the table visual only. So here I'm preparing the dim geography. So here I'm taking the English. So English country name. So here I'm taking I'm tracking the field. The default it will be the table visual. The default it will be the table visual only. The default it will be table visual only. So now I'm taking the factory internal sales. Here I'm going to take the new measure here for factory internet sales table. Here I'm taking the new column or new measure. So what the people saying that here, create the new measure. Then here I'm going to take the total sales amount. Here I'm going to take the total sales amount here. The new column. So calculate function. Don't give the space here. The total sales amount, calculate function, then sum function, sum of the factory internet sales amount. Friends, then comma, then filter here I'm taking the all. Then table name is dim geography. Dim geography, the country region code. Then enter key here. I'm going to working on that new column will be added to fact internet sales table. Fact internet sales table. Check the column here. Column name is invalid. It's showing. We'll see. Dim geography. That column name is dim geography country region code. English country region code. Country region code here I'm taking. Then I'm closing the all function here. I'm closing the calculate function. Then one more closing bracket is not required. Yes, it was created successfully. The total sales amount column, friends, it was created successfully. Now I'm taking that column into, I'm building the visual. I'm building the visual. So here I'm taking the gauge visual. I'm taking the gauge visual here to display the total sales amount. Then I'm dragging the field total sales amount, which I created the column, the new column, new measure, the new measure. Here I got it, the total sales amount, the total sales amount here I got it here. And one more measure here I'm going to create. If you want, one more measure is sales percentage. One more measure is sales percentage, sum the factor internal sales divided by total sales amount. Total sales amount into 100. So like this, here I'm going to calculation here. Here I'm going to take the one more measure or new column here for fact tables. It is processing. Yes. So that measure name is here I'm taking the sales percentage, sum sales percentage sum function, the column name divided by then total sales amount into 100. Total sales amount is the fact internal sales amount directly. I can select the column name total sales amount. sales percentage. This column also get added. Or you can take the percentage value is 0.1. Yes, sales percentage, we got it. Then take the measure here. Take the measure here. I'm taking the chord measure. I'm taking the chord measure here. Then drag the field, sales percentage field to the chord measure. Sales percentage measure. Using the chord measure here I'm taking here. The different visuals we can take. This is a sales percentage. This is a total sales here. It's a total sales. Like this, we can practice the tables also. Then other exercise here are given. Like using the variables, we can develop the script for product category, in product and product category table also. Now here I'm going to take the row function. That is information function here. Row function case 1. It contains the string exactly. So contains the string exact is the function. Just I'm taking the BC value. The BC value is there or not. It's showing the true or false. That's it. It's searching the value in the given list. Searching the value in the given list. If it is there, then true. If it is not there, then false. So information function looks at the cell or row that is provided as an argument and tells you whether the value matches the exact expected type or not. And each error function returns the true if the value that you reference the contains an error. Then measure is, the new measure name is the table. Then function is the row function. Then I'm writing the scripts here. If the case 1, then I'm using the function called contains string exact, then ABCD, then BC here I'm searching. Yes, it's giving the true because BC is there. So here I'm giving the string in lowercase, but here I'm searching the string in uppercase. So lowercase and uppercase never is equivalent to. So then it's giving the false. Take the new measure and apply the row function here. Apply the row function. So once you done the practice, this all the DX functions which I listed and variable declarations, rank function, friends, then we'll practice the security in the Power BI. Security in the Power BI. And how can I apply the conditional formatting? How can I apply the conditional formatting in the Power BI? How can I create the dynamic dashboards? So these are all the part we'll discuss. Dynamic dashboards and security in the Power BI and conditional formatting. Okay. So here I'm going to forward this all the notes here. Read the notes, and I'll give the I'll check and I give the solution to the database while connecting to the database in your machine. So what is the problem you are getting with the SQL server? That I'll check and I'll give the solution. Okay. And after that, load the tables. Load the tables and practice this stuff. While doing the practice, if any doubts, take the screenshot and forward the mail. Okay, Saket?
Yes, sir.
Right.